everyone, I'm Ariana and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the Wet n Wild Pro brush set. This is the entire set, 10 pieces, and I'm going to review this by using it to put on my makeup today. So if you're interested in watching this video, please keep on watching. This entire video is going to be 100% first impressions. I have not even opened the box yet. The thing that I want to talk about first is the fact that there are 10 brushes that are all beautiful for only $30. That means each brush is only $3 a piece. That's an amazing deal, especially considering the type of brushes that you get. There's a list on the back. I'm just gonna go from left to right the way that they have it here on the box. So you get one dome pencil eye brush, a tapered blending brush, a flat contour brush, precision foundation brush, one large powder brush, one precision setting brush, one blush brush, one tapered highlighting brush, a fluffy blending brush, and a precision flat face brush. Now some of these things I'm not sure how to use them, like the precision flat face brush, but we're just gonna open this up and take a look at the brushes and how they feel. This packaging is absolutely amazing. It's holographic. I'm gonna take the sleeve off. So that's pretty cool. Wow, okay. These brushes look so luxurious. Here are all of the brushes out of the packaging. So the handles are so cool. They have a metallic look to them. They obviously feel very plastic. They're kind of heavy, moderately heavy, not like super luxe, but they look luxe. And the metal has kind of a purple reflex to it depending on the lighting that you're in. I don't know if that's just how it is in my room. And the brush heads feel extremely soft. So another thing that I'm noticing with these brushes is that you actually get a variety of brushes. Your average drugstore brush set comes with some of these items, but I really bought this brush set because of the variety. For example, this one has a highlighting brush, and it's a fantastic highlighting brush. Just the shape of it. I don't have a highlighting brush like this. I really bought the set for this brush and one other brush and two other brushes. The other thing that this brush set has that a lot of drugstore brush sets do not have is a eye pencil brush. This is another reason why I bought this set, just to test out this brush in comparison to my e.l.f. pencil brush. And as you can see, the tips of them are a little bit different. The e.l.f. one obviously has a little bit more of a taper, so there is that. Those are two of the brushes that I thought were unique to this collection that most brush sets do not have. The foundation brush is also a lot different. It's not that weird, it's not this thing. This is just one of those flat foundation brushes that you use and you paint on the foundation. It's mostly flat, but it has a little reservoir for the foundation so you can tap that out. So that was cool. And also I just really wanted a nice powder brush. Alright, so enough of the chatting. I'm gonna go ahead and get started with putting on my makeup. So I'm gonna be using all products that I've already used before. I know how to use them, just so that we can get a true review of the brushes. I'm gonna hate messing up these beautiful white tips. That's the only thing I don't like about white brushes, is that they get dirty, and once they're dirty you cannot clean them. They're extremely difficult to clean. I've already primed my face, and ordinarily I use a sponge to apply my foundation, but since we have a brush, I'm gonna use my Fenty Beauty foundation in the shade 300. This foundation actually applies much better with a brush. So I'm just gonna squirt it into the little reservoir here. I'm just gonna do one pump for now, and we'll see how this goes. It's kind of soaking into the brush, so I gotta work quickly. Okay, so I do like that I get a lot of coverage with just that one pump. Like, I covered this whole section of my face. It's got this little tip so that I can get right up under the eye hair and into my little crevices. But then I'm looking at the brush and I'm seeing this huge wet spot from where I put the foundation. So I'm thinking the brush is soaking up a lot of the foundation. My e.l.f. blending brush doesn't do that. So let me see if this is what I usually do. I squirt it on my hand and then I dip into it. So I'll see if that works any better as opposed to squirting it into the reservoir. This brush didn't apply my foundation as seamlessly as my e.l.f. blending brush. The brush itself is denser, like this one's pretty soft. This one doesn't really budge, and it's stippled, so I feel like this one gets really in there and doesn't leave my foundation streaky. This one kind of streaks a little bit. It's not a horrible brush, but I'll probably keep using my e.l.f. blending brush, at least for this foundation. And for my other foundations, I much prefer to use a sponge. Okay, I decided to put my hair up because I feel like this will be a lot easier. I am going to see if the foundation brush will blend out my concealer since it has this nice point to it up here at the top. I'm just going to apply my e.l.f. concealer, my e.l.f. HD lifting concealer like I always do. And I'm just going to use this brush to pat it out up under my eye. Nope. Yeah, I definitely still like my beauty sponge better for that. So I'm just going to use my Bare Minerals Invisible Light Setting Powder and go in with my new Wet n Wild tapered brush and see how it performs. And I'm just going to go in with the matte side. Yeah, this brush fits right up under my eye and it's super soft, doesn't poke me, definitely picks up a lot of product. Yep, this one is a good one. I like this brush. So next we're moving on to eyeshadow, and I've got my 3 eyeshadow brushes here. We've got the tapered blending brush, the fluffy blending brush, and the precision pencil brush. But anyway, so I'm going to use my Tarte Don't Quit Your Daydream palette. I love this palette. The eyeshadows blend amazingly, so if something goes wrong, I do know it's these brushes. Alright, so I went ahead and primed my eyes, and I'm just going to go in with the shade Love just to set my eyes. This brush makes my eyeshadows kick up a little bit more than ordinarily, but that's not a huge deal. And this brush is also incredibly soft. Alright, now I'm going to go into this deep shade Work and work that into my crease. So as I was blending this shadow, I went through a number of thoughts. My first thought was, wow, this is not blending out. What am I doing wrong? Like, what's wrong with this brush? I don't like it. But when I kept working it, I realized that, one, this brush right here is very similar to my Wet n Wild crease brush that I usually use, but my crease brush is a lot denser. This one is fluffy. When I lightened up my hand a little bit, these shadows blended a lot better. So I do like this brush. I didn't at first, but I do like this brush a lot. Now using my fluffy blending brush, I'm just gonna go into this color Runway. And this brush is a lot denser, and I'm noticing that the product just kind of sits on top. I don't know if you can really tell, as opposed to like going deep into the bristles. So when I tap it off, it all kind of disappears. So I'm just gonna tap it a little bit and blend this into my corners. Oh my goodness. So that picked up a lot of product. I've never seen these shadows perform quite this well. I'm just gonna pack this onto the lid. I was gonna keep it on the outer corner, but I'm just gonna pack this all over the lid. Yes, I'm going to get so much color payoff with this brush. I really like it. I am noticing that I get a lot more fallout with this brush just because it picks up so much color. I don't know, I don't really mind that much. It's not a lot of fallout, just barely speckled right here on my cheek, so I'm not mad at it. I'm really not mad at this at all. I'm just gonna go in with my blending brush again and just blend out those edges to make sure they're nice and soft. The more I use this brush, I swear I love it. I love it even more. Now I'm gonna take the clean side of, the clean side of my fluffy blending, Jesus, I cannot say these names, the fluffy blending brush, and pick up the golden shade here in the middle, Boss Lady, and let me turn that around. And I'm gonna put this in the center. I usually put shades like this on with my finger, but we'll see. Alright, now I'm gonna use my setting brush and wipe away that fallout that just happened. Alright, I'm gonna take my pencil brush and just go back into Runway, the shade that I used on top. and just see how I like this brush. Okay, so I don't really like this as a pencil brush because it doesn't have that tapered point at the end. It's just kind of domed and flat. And that's what it is. It's a domed pencil eye brush, but I don't like it for underneath my eyes, which is pretty much the only thing I would use the pencil eyeshadow brush for. I could use this to define the crease more if I wanted to. Let's see how that goes actually. I'll go back into work. Yeah, I like this brush more as a crease brush as opposed to a pencil brush because I can't really get up under my eye without poking myself in the eye with this thing. Alright, so now I want to use my blush, contour, and highlighting brush to contour my face. And I'm going to use this e.l.f. Beautifully Bare Total Face brush. And I'm going to go in with the... I want to use this blush up here. So I'm going to take my blush brush and just dip that in. Ooh, yes. So the brush is nice and dense and it's just picking up a little bit of pigment, which is exactly what you want when it's a blush. And I feel like that gave me the perfect blush application. Now I'm gonna contour with the same palette in the bronzing shade. I'm really curious how this is gonna go because I feel like this is probably more for cream contouring, but I don't really cream contour, so I'm gonna use it for what I would use it for. This brush is also very dense and doesn't pick up a lot of pigment. It just kind of sits on top, a lot like my other brushes did. Alright, I'm not mad at this brush. I feel like that applied pretty well. I'm gonna blend that out just a little bit with my, this is the tapered setting brush. I am just gonna bronze with, it's a face powder that I'm trying to pan and I'm so close. It was a face powder that I intended to be a finishing powder. And then it was way too dark for my skin, so. But anyway, back to the task at hand. I'm gonna use the tapered highlighting brush. I'm really excited about this and I hope that I like it because this is one of the reasons why I bought the set. I've been looking for a brush like this for the longest time. And the fact that this one came in a set with other brushes that I also will use, it was a great deal for $30. I'm gonna use my e.l.f. HD highlighting powder in the shade Starlight Glow. The only thing about these brushes is that they kick up a lot of product. This highlighter is just so beautiful though, oh my gosh. Well, this one's okay. I wanted to like this more, but I'll still use it. I don't hate it, but I'll put it this way. It's a really good precision highlighting brush, but I really prefer my Wet n Wild unicorn brush. I don't know if this is still limited edition, but this one was $5, this one was $3 when you break it down in the set. It does give me a pretty good application though, as you can see. And to top it all off, I'm gonna use my large powder brush. I'm gonna go in with my Beautifully Bare Sheer Tint finishing powder in the shade Light Medium. I'm just gonna swirl my brush around. It actually picks it up and there's no kickback in my pan. That's what I need. This is exactly the kind of brush that I needed. It's so soft for all over my skin. And lastly, we have the Precision Flat Face Brush. This is what it looks like, but I honestly have no idea what I would use this for. Maybe I could use it for spot concealing. I probably could have done that over here with the scar that I have. But like, what is this brush? I don't understand this brush. Someone help me understand. Okay, so I went ahead and added brows, liner, mascara, and lips, and did my setting spray. I did notice that there was no spoolie, there was no eyeliner brush, and there was no eyebrow pencil, or rather an eyebrow brush, which is totally fine. I feel like this brush set, I'm just giving you my final thoughts by the way. This brush set is a little bit different. It comes with a wider variety of brushes that kind of go beyond your staple brush sets. Overall thoughts on the brushes, they're super cute. The packaging's great. You get 10 brushes for only $30. That's an amazing deal. So even if you don't like a couple of the brushes, I still think it's totally worth it. The only things that were kind of meh for me Where the pencil eyeshadow brush, I could use it for a different purpose though, so it's cool. I still like the brush, but just not for what it was intended for. This flat face brush, I don't know what this is for. I don't know what I would use this for, so that's kind of meh. The foundation brush, I didn't like the way it blended out my Fenty. Maybe I need a thicker foundation. I don't know, but this one was kind of meh for me. The highlighter brush, I did like it. I like it. I'll probably use it just to switch it up. But is it my favorite highlighter brush? Probably not, but it is a good brush to have in your collection, I think. The contour brush is actually really good. So I'm not putting it in the meh section, but I don't contour that much, so for me, I probably won't get that much use out of it, but it is a good brush. Both of the eyeshadow brushes, I love them. I don't have brushes like this in my collection already. Totally worth the $30. Maybe not alone are they worth the $30, but in combination with the other brushes that I really liked, totally worth it. The other face brushes, love every single one of them. The tapered brush is perfect for getting right up under my eyes. The blush brush applies the perfect amount of product to my face without me looking crazy. And then the powder brush is just super soft and perfect for all over the face. So these 5 brushes here bought the whole set for me, in my opinion. The only 2 that I really just was not feeling at all were the foundation brush and the flat, whatever this is. But yeah, so those are my final thoughts. Let me know if you plan on picking up this brush set. It is limited edition. I did not mention that in the beginning of the video, but it's limited edition, so you can only get it during the holidays, and it's a Walgreens exclusive. So if you plan on picking up this brush set, please let me know in the comments below. If you have any ideas for any other videos that you'd like to see, any other products that you want me to review, just let me know in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. I don't do a lot of blush, but I'm modeling it for you. This is what the YouTubers do. They put their hand up and they show it to the camera. Oh, my poor little dirty brush. I'm looking pretty fabulous, I'm not gonna lie.